And Ryan Terry is the batter, the second baseman, a senior. Walked in the first, popped up to the mound in the third, singled and scored a run in the fifth. And the Dukes want to discuss it. So does Dennis Steele with his lead base runner, John Overton, and the man on first base, Chuck Laird, who showed great discipline at the plate. 2-2 count. Took a couple balls, and now we've got men on first and second, but albeit the only important runner is that lead runner at second base, because if he scores, this ball game's over.
That's true, and what he's probably telling him too is, you know, you got to go on a ground ball. The runner at first base, Overton, he's got to break up, or not Overton, excuse me, Laird. He's got to break up to double play on the ground ball. You got to freeze on the line drive. You cannot be, you know, if the ball is coming off the bat up, you got to freeze and see what happens with it. You can't get doubled up on a line drive. And I would bunt. I would be bunting in this situation, get him second, third. That way, you know, you got the chance here of scoring a run a lot easier from third base than you do second.
Let's see what Ryan does. Squares around a bunt, bunts it back towards the mound, and it's going to drop in. The throw to third, high, and not in time as it gets away. And wisely, they hold the man up at third. Now moving back towards second base is Chuck Laird. But a bunt that got over the head of the pitcher, John Shish. But because it was a high bunt, the runner, John Overton, got stopped, but the throw too high at third. And now, bases loaded, nobody out.
He bunts a high strike, or I mean a high fastball, which allows the ball to be bunted up in the air. Fortunately, it was over his head. He had no play anywhere. The ball was overthrown. The runner wasn't aware of it. The coach tried to get him to go. It wasn't in time, so he came back to third base and played it safe. No outs, bases loaded. The infield's got to be in. Your outfield's got to be in. Deep fly ball's going to scoring. Base hit, they got to try to throw him out. So, you know, here's the ball game right here.
Here's the all-world player in Morris, Illinois, Kelly Dransfeld. First pitch, taking a strike. Kelly Dransfeld, a 500-plus hitter. On his way, full scholarship to Michigan. The starting pitcher in the state championship game has thrown brilliantly after struggling in the first inning, allowing just one run since the first inning. He's already singled and scored a run tonight, looking for the biggest RBI of his life. Chopper to short, they should get the force, and they do. So one away. Dransfeld moves on to first on the fielder's choice. A bouncer to shortstop, and one bullet dodged by the Dukes.
This is great concentration by the shortstop. Winton throws a strike at the plate, and they just concentrate on getting the lead runner at the plate for the force out.
So here's the situation. One away. Fly ball, anything out of the infield wins the state championship for you. And now your inspirational leader is at the plate. Mark Riccitti, the young man the coach was so proud to bring to the press conference today. 4-year starter as a catcher. Takes the first pitch, a strike. Ironically, he's the young man who got credit for the RBI and the sac fly, hit the ball in the 5th inning to Jim Stamper that he threw onto the ground. Swung on and missed. Big pitch from John Shish.
And that ball was up. A little bit over anxious. We got 0-2 count. And I don't think he's going to see a fastball. But now we got to worry about if he's going to throw the breaking ball. He's got to keep it out of the dirt, or if it is in the dirt, the catcher, Sloan, has got to take and block the ball. Cannot let it get by him.
Bottom of 7th. Run scores. Morris is the state champion. He squares around a bunt, and now they've got the runner in trouble. Thrown to third, back towards the catcher. Wheeling and dealing, down, and finally retiring the lead runner, Chuck Laird. The team is celebrating in high fashion, and they call him out. So strike 3 call for out number 2. They get the runner for out number 3. We will take a break, and we need one. 4-4. We're moving to extra innings. John Schiss, with bases loaded, retires the number 3 and 4 hitter. Ricci called on strikes right there. And then the runner, Chuck Laird, caught sneaking off third base. Finally run down, a double play to end the inning. We had bases loaded, nobody out for the state championship. And the Dukes have new life, led off in the top of the 8th inning by Jim Stamper. Singled in the 6th inning, popped up to center in the 4th, struck out in the 1st. 1 for 3 on the night. Stamper, a tremendous play in right field earlier this season. Stamper followed by Tom Triplett, and the top of the order, Sean Venice. Sean Babcock, 1 away. That's twice a man's got caught in a rundown. Third base trying to score for the Morris Redskins.
It is, and you know, and both times very close to not getting the rundown completed. I mean, you know, it was almost like they didn't know where to go or that, but fortunately they've gotten themselves out of the inning. And but again, it's aggressive base running on their part, but in this case here, you know, it cost them a run. Possible run.
Kelly Dransfeld still working the mound in his 8th inning of work, and he's still got the pop on the fastball. Well, Coach, doesn't get much better than this.
No, this is exciting. There's been a lot of plays.
Stay here all night if they keep this up. High, ball 1. This game got underway. You had it officially at 7:16. Now about 7 minutes till 10. High, did he go? Yes. Strikeout number 7 on the evening.
He tried to hold back, but he just couldn't. But Farrell went beyond the plate. First base umpire agrees and called strike 3.
So Sean Venice will try to get something going. 2 away here, top of 8. We're in extra innings in the 1993 state championship. This is the Class 2A state championship. Swung on a high fastball, did Sean Venice. Venice, the recipient of 3 walks on the evening, struck out in the 2nd inning. Scored a couple of runs. Senior center fielder.
See his stats, 222 hitting, but he scored 40 runs at the leadoff spot. He's getting on base, just like tonight. Like you said, he got on 3 times, and he scored 2 out of those 3 times.
This is inside, 2-1 the count. Last weekend in Springfield, Lewistown, a record of 30-3 on the year, coached by Ned Graham. The single A state champions for 1993. Got the call that time, 2-2, 2 away. Last year, Andrew High School from Tinley Park won over Belleville West 12-1 in the state championship. As we mentioned at the top, this will be the first state title for one of these 2 teams. Home plate up once time. Been an interesting ball game, to say the least. They jump on the ace, and then you have the blunder in right field. And you have the good scoring opportunities not coming your way, and you have this young man from Michigan wheeling and dealing the fastball. Strikes out 2 in the 8th. Or if you come to bat with a chance to win again.